Northeast Mississippi Scouting Report for Week 4 of the high school football season. I'm Brad Locke, Assistant Sports Editor with the Northeast Mississippi Daily Journal. A lot of high-profile games on tap this week, among them Shannon at Amory, Oxford at Lafayette County. You got Bruce at Baldwin. Another big game this week is going to be Louisville at Nettleton. And with us today in Nettleton here is Nettleton coach Scott Cantrell, or is it Cantrell?
Cantrell.
I always get that confused,
Cantrell.
Coach. Forgive me. Well, I appreciate you being with us, Coach.
Okay.
And a little bit about Coach Cantrell. He was the 2006 Daily Journal Coach of the Year, led the Tigers to the state championship game, where they lost to Franklin County, but had a fine season, went 14-1, won the Region 2-3A title. Coach, going for that title again this year in 2-3A, but it's going to be a little bit tougher, I think. You got a Louisville team coming in that's dropped down from Class 4A, and they were a beast in 4A last year. So Louisville now in Region 2-3A along with Nettleton. Those teams meet this Friday in the region opener for both. Coach, this is probably going to be as big a test as any you had last year.
Oh, no doubt. You know, when you look at it, and you know, no offense to our 3A opponents last year, but Franklin County is really the only one that is similar to what Louisville has this year. A bunch of big, strong, fast kids, and you know, if they're just big, you deal with that. If they're just fast, you deal with that. But big and fast and strong, you know, it just kind of limits you a little bit. So you know, we certainly have a big test ahead. But you know, it is a good test for us. And if you ever want to get to that next level where we're trying to get to, then you know, you got to play these folks. And of course, they're in our division now, so you know, that makes it a little tougher. And like you say, they've been a beast in 4A for a while. So we're you know, we're looking forward to the opportunity, and I think our kids will go out and compete hard.
Well, how have practices been this week for preparation and everything?
Been really good. I've been pleased. You know, at times, you know, you have a better 10 minutes than you do the next 10 minutes. But as a whole, we've had some good practices this week. Concentration's been good. We've had to move some people around, play them in a few different spots, because we've been trying to play 22 people the first 3 weeks, and we're not going to be able to do that against Louisville. You know, we backed that down to about 15 or 16 kids, and you know, going to put our best football players on the field at all times. And you know, that's kind of a catch-22. Do you play those good wideouts at DB? You know, how does that affect them on offense? But you know, you got to give yourself a chance to stay in the game on the defensive side of the ball too. So we're going to put the best 16 we have out there, and you know, and hope that works out well for us.
Well, Coach, your team 3-0, ranked number 2 in the Daily Journal small school rankings. You've had so far what some people might call a soft schedule. I mean, do you feel like that's hurt you or helped you in any particular way?
You know, I do know that you know, our schedule, we have won by some, you know, wide margins, and we have not had to play a full 4 quarters against Boonville. You know, was pretty much the closest thing. But you know, there's 2 ways of looking at that. You know, sometimes the mental side of it has so much to do with it, and if your guys are confident in their abilities, that has a lot to do with who's going to win on Friday nights. Now, the physical side of it worries me a little bit, because you know, we have not had to stand there and fight and compete for 4 full quarters, and Louisville has. I mean, Starkville, Wayne County, Kosciuszko, they had to play the whole game, all the starters. So you know, that's definitely an advantage for them, for sure.
And Louisville, I believe, is 1-2, but that record's not indicative of how strong. They've got a lot of weapons. The quarterback, Moore,
Clayton Moore,
running backs. Tell me about some of those weapons.
Clayton Moore, of course, he's a 6'3", 200-pound junior quarterback. Be a really big time prospect next year, no doubt. He's got a cannon arm. I was fortunate enough to get to see him play in person last Friday. Really throws the ball well. Runs their spread really well, you know, a lot of good ball fakes, and just a good ball handler. Throws the ball on time. Good player. The Timms kid down there, he's just a junior also, but you know, those 2 together, they're a deadly combination. He's who they want to get the ball to. So you know, a lot of good. Those 2 on offense. Pretty good offensive line. Defensively, though, they put Timms at middle linebacker, and they got another kid, I don't even know his name, number 19, plays linebacker. Really get after you good on defense. They really fly the ball, and they don't just get there and grab you and say the play's over. They arrive in bad humor, I guess, because well, they're a hard-hitting team. You know, I watched them play Friday, and you don't have to watch them play, you hear them play on defense.
Yeah.
When you hear people playing, you know, laying licks, that's pretty impressive.
Well, Coach, you got some weapons of your own. This kid named Jamie Boland, who threw for 42 touchdowns last year. You got Marcus Sanders, a very good running.
Ladarius Cole and Jeremy Jones playing the slot for us, and now we have a wide guy that plays wide out for us that keeps people honest. You know, they were kind of stacking inside on us, trying to take away those two. Well, now you've got to cover the outside guy too a little more. So, you know, that is a big deal for us to have a wide out that is a real weapon. So, you know, and it showed you against Mantachi, he had 4 or 5 catches for 85 or 90 yards, 2 touchdowns. So, you know, he is somebody that if I were watching us on film, I would be scared of Darius, because anytime he catches the ball, he'll go score.
Right.
And you know, not all receivers are like that. You know, they catch an 8-yard hitch, and that's an 8-yard gain. But he catch an 8-yard hitch, he can go the distance at any minute. So big. That was a big game for us whenever he came back.
Well, Coach, appreciate you joining us. Our time's up for today, but appreciate y'all joining us too for the Northeast Mississippi Scouting Report. Again, Louisville at Nettleton this Friday, big Region 2 3A game, and you can catch all the coverage in the Daily Journal this weekend. Thanks for joining us.